Hi Leo, happy January. I hope you had a wonderful holiday and I hope that you have a wonderful January. Okay, I think this is going to break into two parts. All right, we'll go through the cards, but what I've got too for the energy card is best possible decision. Okay, I think that some of you are making decisions or trying to make decisions. Okay. But I think there's a mixed bag here. I think there's people that are above board, right? And I think that there's also restless energy here. All right, take which piece belongs to you and leave the rest. Don't try to make it fit, okay? The overall energy is the Queen of Swords, okay? We've got the 10 of Coins, the Ace of Swords, and the Lover card. Okay, choices. Okay, I feel a young energy here too. Now your advice in here is the 9 of Wands and the 8 of Wands. Okay. The numbers are going down, okay? And your outbound is the 3 of Swords, okay? Now, what I think is happening here is I think that some people, regardless of, and they can be you too, don't take harsh judgment to this. These are times now where we're really going to need to be responsible for the choices that we make. We don't always make great decisions. Sometimes we make downright shitty decisions. And it's just, you know what? Sometimes, though, those are the big life lessons. So we can't always do things, you know, beautifully packaged. Sometimes we need to hit the proverbial wall to figure out, hey, this really does not work. I'm not going to do this anymore, right? It gets exhausting. So I think that I think there's decisions to be made. Okay, they can be on the home front, they can be in the work front, but there's a strong message through here to, you've got to settle down. I think there's people that just don't have a drop spot. Like they continually, I think it's great to continually learn things through life, right? We're supposed to be progressing, but there's a way to do it and there's an erratic way, right? Where you're blowing through the village and the carnage is falling on everyone in your surroundings. You're not much giving a who's got to now clean up your mess, right? There's people, I think, in job arenas you may want to watch out for, or if you're doing this, you may want to think about that too. I think that there's certain people that take advantage of other people's mistakes. You know what I mean? Like they use it to their advantage and instead of trying to help someone, they take the mistake that the person just made and use it to their advantage, right? I think there's other people too that no matter how hard you work at something, your attitude is not going to allow you to get forward. I really feel here it's working harder, not smarter. And I think it's because you're not open to do things in different ways and to work with other people. So I think that kind of attitude is going to get you nowhere, right? Those may be people in your surroundings. There's also a message to be unreliable and untrustworthy. I think this is on the work front, okay? Employers, employees, colleagues. I think there's something that may go on there that may not be exactly as it appears to be, okay? And those messages are kind of aligning with the cards here, though, too. I think messages come. I think you need to know, though, what it's based on and how relevant it is. And really know that what you're looking at is really what you're looking at, okay? Some of you also, there could be... you may be in like the agricultural arena where you've got like those big animals, you know, like horses, cows, big animals. I think maybe more just be cognizant of them and their temperament. I think there's something that may flare up around there too. Maybe you get stepped on by a horse or something, right? Could be something like that. I think there's I think animals are feeling restless energy right now. Maybe that's where that's coming from. Bad tempers, self-centeredness, loneliness. I think these are the hidden aspects of people that you may be coming across, or this is something that you need to realize within yourself, right? Things like that. I think what's shifting here, right, is I think that a lot of responsibilities, being accountable, really acknowledging the part you play in things, right? I think we're clearing through a lot of karma. Yes, that's just consequence for things that inevitably over time it will work it out, right? But if you're not getting the lesson and you're repeatedly hitting the same wall over and over and over again, it means, you know, you're most likely picking up more karma, not clearing it out. So, and karma is consequence. So it's just consequence for our actions, good, bad, or indifferent. It is what it is. So don't think you're gonna get hit by a crap storm here. You will if you're doing something that you know is just not above board. But for some of you, I think you're very kind, you're very compassionate. I think you're in a catch-22 as far as trying to make a decision. Rest assured, though, one of your messages that you're going to get divine guidance. I don't think this is, you may have more than one option at something, but I don't think it's as clean-cut as this or that. I think it's more of a, you know, like a branching, not a clear-cut, take a left or right at the intersection. It's kind of like a, you know, there's like 100 streets here, but you're going to get guidance as to what to do here. All right. For those of you that are continually, I think we should be always perpetual students. That's not what I'm talking about. So we should always want to, you know, learn something new, or something should catch our fancy. That's not what I'm feeling. What I feel is that it's someone who's got restless energy, who doesn't find a drop spot. Like they're continually jumping all over the place. And there's also something in here too about, and these are not my words, feasting pleasures. And it's kind of like got a lust feeling to it. So if you're doing that, you know, I don't feel there's an issue with that, but I think how you're going about it is creating carnage. That's not a good thing. But lusty pleasures, of course, that's human nature, but do it in a way that you're not hurting other people. Maybe that's where that's going. So anyhow, I think the majority of you are trying to make decisions, but you want to be careful. Okay, this Queen of Swords here, we're coming in with this, all right? What I'm getting off of that energy is you want to be careful of who you're following, right? You want to be careful that what someone's telling you is exactly what it really is, and you're not being led down, you know, a black alley here that's not going to get you what you think once you get there. This can also be someone too, I hate to say this, but you may be on the receiving end or doing this, but it would be like someone that would, you know, be in a organization where they would do a background check, right? To background check on someone legitimately, like they work for a company that does background checks, only they're like the lone wolf, and they use these things to their own advantage against you. So be very careful who's, I guess, running your credit reports, who's doing things like that, who's got your personal information. Make sure that you're not just, you know, like sending things, I guess, maybe across the internet or something, but there's an air that someone uses that against you. So I think you would know who that was, because I have a feeling too that this is not like if you were to find out after the fact that someone stole your identity, it would be like Bob, your neighbor next door. It wouldn't be like someone in another country. It's someone that does these sly things, but they're in your surroundings. So it could be someone too at a company. It could be someone that, you know, that works inside a company maybe you're interviewing for. Sadly, I don't know how you would follow up on that. But anyhow, messages are coming to you. I think you're dropping roots here. I think that there's a need here to, measure twice and cut once, so that you know exactly what you're doing here. There's also, make sure that you're not finding resolve to something, like you're freeing yourself from something, but you're putting someone else under that weight, right? Like make sure, I guess, if you're clearing something out or you're finding a decision, making a decision on something, make sure that it's a decision that you're not just passing the buck. Make sure that you're actually like getting it out of your sphere, because there's with this 9 and this 8 of Wands here, it's about liberation, freeing yourself from something, but is it at the expense of something or someone else, right? You have more freedom now, but you know, your partner's got to work like twice as hard now, or something like that. Just make sure that what you're doing is a win-win, right, for both parties, or whatever the scenario is here. I think if you offer to help someone or someone offers to help you, make sure you know exactly what that entails, right? I just feel a very imbalanced energy here, like I think you're going to need to come at things with, you're going to need to look at something different, like really look at something different, look at something long term. I also think, you know, you've got the 10 of coins in here with the Ace of Swords and the Lover card. Maybe that's where the, I think there's just people in here that need to grow up. In all honesty, please don't take disrespect to that, but we all at certain points realize that we're not, you know, our best self. So if you're doing something, or someone in your sphere is doing something where they really need a dose of reality, take a step back, take a time out from that, because there's also a need with relationships in here that I think both parties need more freedom, right? Like you may be, again, under the constraints of something that you've gotten yourself into. So when I say make decisions that clear it, don't, you know, dump it all on someone else. That could be maybe a relationship, a one-on-one personal relationship. It could be something like that on the home front too, right? Be responsible for the choices that you're making. And I throw that out here because of the lust message that came through for you. It's one thing, and again, I'm not preaching, but I can see it coming up here. And I brought it up also. It was very strong in Watch Your Sun, Moon, and Rising, because one of the other readings had a lot going on too like this, but the only real consequence would be if involved real children, like actual giving birth to children. Take that a little bit more seriously than just, because that could be a consequence here for you. I see that. And then I don't think that your lifestyle would change. I think that someone would dump that responsibility on someone else. So, again, that's probably for someone. I don't know. There's a mixed bag through here. I think there's people that aren't honest that are about to get, you know. The thing is, I don't see immediate consequence for that. Normally I can see where that's going to get someone, but it may just be someone that's got a little longer to go before they really get that lesson. But if that person is in your sphere, just realize that they're packing up some karma here for a big lesson. So they may not be as honest as you think they are. That doesn't need to be, guys, infidelity. It just means they may not just be a real integral kind of person, right? And that can be on any front. But I think here that it's a matter of just clear out the garage. Don't just shove it in now in the basement. Clear it out. Like get it gone. Leave the space for it. Okay. I think there's some decisions here, but I think it's an area too where you need to look at really where are your priorities and how do you want this long term, right? That's really what I think this is about. I want to clarify though, I just don't like how the 9 went down to an 8 for your advice. So that means someone's got to back something up. The 9 of Wands is stamina, right? But are you circling the bend or are you going somewhere? I want to look at that because I think someone may get help for something, but I think in regard to that, instead of being grateful for the opportunity, like, oh, thank God someone helped me with this. Now I can, you know, go on to this. Don't forget that you got yourself in a little bit of a jam, but by the grace of whatever, someone helped you out of it. Pay that forward now by helping someone else maybe out of a jam. Don't slam someone else. You know what I mean? Like don't point out someone else's flaw, because try to remember you just got yourself out of a shit fest too, right? But by the grace of someone else. So pay it forward. Don't be, you know, don't take the holier than thou attitude. I think there are people in your surroundings that may do that, you know, but that's not ever really a great thing to do. I want to see though why this number goes down, because someone may be helping you only to help themselves. So let's see here. Okay, you've got the Ace of Coins, the 3 of Cups, and the Page of Cups. Okay, I think you do get news about something. Don't take these for what they are. I feel strongly that you get, and I felt that coming into that you get news about something here. I think it's good news. Someone may be able to help you out. Maybe you're in a bind with your kids, or you're in a bind with like a car or something like that. I think you've got friends that will actually, good friends, will help you out. If you're, again, I think you get news around career too. So if you're looking to make a career jump there, I think you get more than one option. But I don't think it's, like I said, maybe that's where the, it's not either this road or this road. It's like a bunch of, you know, this one's got a little bit of good, but the trade-off is this. Really weigh things out here. Okay, I think you'll find the good mix here. All right, let me see though what this 3 of Swords on the outbound is. That, I think though what that is I don't think it's heartbreak, so to speak. I think it's you may be realizing the patterns that you've got, right? The 3 is just, it's patterns that need to be broken. We don't want to get stuck under those, but given it's your outbound card, okay, 9 of Coins, and you've got the 10 as the actual. I think someone may be moving. That could be a change of residence. It could be a change in a job. Okay, and now you've got the Ace of Wands. I think that Ace of Wands is the news. I think it's, again, it's either something you're aha, or it's someone gives you an option that you're really, really passionate about. And now you've got the Two of Wands. I think you go somewhere. I think someone offers you something and you go. So that could be a job. It could be a move. For some of you, it's going to be a job. For some of you, it's going to be an actual, I'm moving from here to here. But remember what I said. Your message is coming in where you want to weigh this out. You want to make sure, like, that you didn't win, you know, that homes and garden house, but yet it's on swampland. You know what I mean? You want to make sure, you want to do your homework here. But that's with the Three of, oh, okay, that's good. So you're getting out from whatever this is. So that's good. I want to see what the Lover card is about, because that is the actual choice, right? It should be a heartfelt choice. But make sure you're not offering something to someone that's not worthy of receiving that. Okay. Clarifying the Lover card, you've got the Ace of Swords, which you've got already sitting right next to it. You've got the Three of Coins and the Five of Wands. Okay. Totally different areas. I think, again, this was very similar to whatever reading jogged my memory with this one. Someone may, out of the blue, decide to just get married. You're going to have to figure that one out. For others of you, you want to watch your finances. You want to watch, again, we come in with that 10 of coins, remember? It is gain. It's inheritance. It's tangible. It doesn't necessarily need to be money. It can be the luxuries in life, right? Like, I live in a safe place. I live in a beautiful home. I'm safe. I have food here. It can be something like that, but it's steeped in a lot more. It's steeped in a lot more. So you've got roots wherever that is. Don't make foolish investments, right? Like, if you play the stock market, or if you're investing and reinvesting things, do your homework there first, okay? For others of you, there is a relationship. I'm going to do relationship throws too. But there's a relationship here. I think it's new, but I think it really is like a divine relationship. Like, it's meant to be. And I think it picks up momentum very quick. Okay. So those were three totally different. So whether I got my answer to the Lover card or not, I guess some it's an emotional choice, right? Some it's, maybe that's your move. Maybe someone lives somewhere else and you have to, like, they want to get married now and you live in different countries. Could be something like that too. All right. Make sure though with that, guys, that you're not dumping something on someone else. Like, just an example, bring your kids with you. You know what I mean? Don't leave them with that was just an example. Like your animals, maybe that's why those, you know, the cows or the horses thing came up. Either way, don't leave a trail behind you. I think there's great things coming here for everyone. I think, though, that there's going to be some lessons in here where some maybe not so pleasant people are put in your path for you to say, I remember this feeling. No thanks. I'm going to pass, right? Employment, things like that. What can the company do for you? Not what can you do for the company. So trying to flip things around for yourself here, okay? Your goal, your takeaway from this is getting your priorities in a place where you're okay with, like, yes, these are my priorities and I'm really, this is it. I'm good with this, right? You don't need to please the masses. I think you're looking for roots here. I see like tree roots. So that's what you're looking for. And I think it's great. Okay. Okay, guys, I think that's great. If you need a private reading, please reach out to me. I'll be more than happy to do anything for you. This month, just take a breath. It's a shift in priorities. It's a shift in how we've done things. So give yourself some time to adjust here, right? That's all. This isn't really major. It's just there's decisions to be made, but I think they're life-altering, yes, but I don't think they need to be made in a split second. So take it, sit with it, then decide. Okay, there you go. Thank you so much.